You are now listening to the Hot Take Hot
I did want to
Box.
talk about Shaq Leonard. That is the the rumor or the conversation of him being waived by the Colts. He's meeting with the Cowboys, and now he is scheduled to meet with the Eagles. Obviously, there's a reason that he was released. He's been going through some medical issues. He had a back surgery, and I believe the end of the 2021 season. It caused him to miss a good portion of the 2022 season, and I think he only played 3 games in 2022, and then this year I believe he had a problem with the limited amount of snaps he was playing in in a game-to-game basis. So they gave him what he wanted. He's being paid a lot, and he was like, hey, you know what, get me out of here. So they cut him, and now he's a free agent. He is he's 28, I think. Right? Yeah, he's 28 years old. And it's never good when a guy's getting cut like that who, is a 4-time All-Pro. He is he's shown he has a pedigree. He's been a very good player in this league. Led the league in tackles, has led the league in forced fumbles, 3-time Pro Bowl. I mean, he has a resume behind him, but I guess the more important conversation is how much does he have left in the tank? And I mean, having any issues with your back or having surgery on your back, it's a very shady / questionable thing to kind of bounce back from, and you just don't know what a guy's going to look like after that. I mean, for example, this is the first thing that just popped in my mind, but I mean, look at a guy like Ben Simmons. Ever since the back issue has been a thing, he has not looked anywhere near the same player that he was in the past, and that's not only just from his play, just his physical movements and stuff. He just doesn't look like the same guy anymore. You can't do anything without your back. I know it's kind of a fucking cliche thing to say, but Ty,
it's true.
Even if he doesn't, maybe he's not the player that he used to be, I think that guy can add something to our team because what we have in the linebacker room is not exactly a who's who of names.
Yeah, I think adding him, mixing him in with Morrow and Cunningham, and if Nakobe Dean comes back, just having those guys around, it's a good interchangeable group, I would say. The only problem I have with Leonard is I think he might be cooked. I think he's had a couple of concussions. He had the back issue that I think flared back up, right? I think he had a setback last year in November after he had back surgery in June, and then he had another procedure in November. So multiple procedures on the I guess vertebral disc bulge. Not great. I don't like a disc bulge. I don't like discs bulging at all.
No.
So yeah, it kind of lingered around June, all of last year pretty much, and then this year I think still having issues with his back, neck, head. So it's been a thing that's happened. But if he's down to the Cowboys and Eagles, I definitely don't want him in Dallas. But I mean, that's if he's good, right? If he's a liability, I definitely want him on Dallas. So, and they also have their own issues with. I think LVE is pretty much
he's done.
He's pretty much cooked. So replace one cooked linebacker with another. I don't know. I mean, I would take him. I think he left Dallas without a contract, so that's good. He's coming here too. So, yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm sure he has some familiarity with some kind of players or coaches on our staff. We love having Colts guys around. Not sure if we still do. It would be really nice if we had Shane Steichen still around calling plays, but I'll take him. Yeah, I mean, who am I to say no when we have, Zach Cunningham, who I thought was completely cooked, and he's actually ended up playing pretty well, and Nick Morrow was like a special teamer, and he's playing really well. So, yeah, I would take him. And I think we only have like $2 million in cap space. Cowboys have $6 million, so I guess they can offer more money, but I don't know if either team really going to be offering that much for this guy. So I guess we'll see. I think it's probably going to be a decision this week, I would assume, and then he's going to play in the game next week where we play each other. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be, up to him what he is viewing more. I mean, if the Cowboys can really offer him double what we can offer him, then maybe that would be a sort of a deal breaker. But I think for him, his ideal situation is to go to the team that he can get on the field and play the most with so that he can look good, maybe play in the playoffs, get that spotlight on him, and then get a contract this offseason from whoever, may want his services. So,
he's a great I've heard he's a great teammate and great person, great leader, veteran. So You can't have too much of that, right?
No, not at all. And he's played in the playoffs. He's
Right.
had he's been a big time player. He's been the lead, like you said, the leader of that Colts defense. And obviously, I don't think we are in position to really be turning down great players. I mean, we are a team who added Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh, and we were like, wow, these guys are cooked, but they were huge parts of our run last year. So
Notice they haven't played this year for anybody. So.
exactly, and it's like maybe these guys, like when you have such a good defense, or at least a defense with this much talent that we have, then I think that guys like a Shaq Leonard can come in and make an impact, and it'll hide some of the blemishes that his game probably has now, or with his maybe declining physical ability. I think we still can make an impact, man. I think he can still make an impact. So I hope we end up with him. And I think really, like you made mention of it, if it's between us and the Cowboys, whether he's cooked or not, I would like to keep him here. And even if he's cooked, he doesn't have to play. We can get him off the field. But I'd rather him come here than go to the Dallas Cowboys.
You are now listening to the Hot Take Hot Box.